thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Jump out! Hey, check 26.
Check 43. Showing it. Showing it.
Get up.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Strong back. 26. Hey, high 7.
It's a safety creep. Check 52.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, this complete to Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's a gain of 6.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Check 3. Tight dog.
80 weapon. Live. Zoom.
Flow.
Hey, Alpha.
Let's go, Brandon. Turnover. Get that ball.
Hey, 88.
Check 99. Check
50.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Show the 50. Hey, you block over here.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 6 guys.
Hey, Zoo.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check 30. Hey, Haywood.
Wide. Get wide. Check 9.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
19.
Who got 17? Who got 17?
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Shoot!
Check 37. Check 37.
319.
On play action, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Switch.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Caught by Jones. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to have a 3rd down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Watch the twist.
Rodgers again now. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Dez Bryant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. A look at Kerryon Johnson, 2nd-year man out of Auburn. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford, he rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Johnson. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Faking to give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered. And then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 29, Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Set. Move 60.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
52 is the mic.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
It's second and inches at the 30-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches.
No. Hey, 88. Slam. Box it. Jim. Here I come.
Here's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. After the run by Jones, here's first and 10.
First down.
Check. Crunch.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
He's coming. We got double up. Look at you.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Hey, Mike. Switch it. Come here. Back north. Hey, Echo. Kill. Hatchet. Take four. Look at you.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brings up third down.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, let's go.
Working from the gun. Rodgers under pressure again, and down he goes again. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Agnew now to return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Check, 180.
Third and 2, Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Hey, pick 26. Bravo.
Got four down.
Hey, watch number 33. Watch number 33. Whip.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
26. Hey, exit.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line. Second and 10.
Hey, team 6.
Slam. Check 31. Alert 3.
Rodgers going to throw again. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
21.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. To throw is Stafford. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Switzer on the return. Yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Johnson. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on third downs, and it's costing him.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Get 300. Get 300.
It's been a long day for you. 49. Check 49. Check.
Small.
Joker.
We got it. We didn't get it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right, and he fires one that's intercepted. It's Will Harris, the rookie from Boston College, who picked it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
53. Ready.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Zebra.
They run. It's Johnson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Stafford throwing on target to Jones. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
132 fighter.
Now it's Stafford. That is incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe.
Hey, I got it. New Mike, 11. I got him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
59.
Check that. We got Mike.
They snap it to Stafford. And he'll find Hall. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5. To Johnson again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 40 now on second down. Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Check. Switch. Bang. Jump out.
Check the backer.
On first down, Jones. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
88. Go.
On play action, Rodgers rolling to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Kill. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Look again. 52. Jim.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Complete to Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Bandit. Swipe left. Check 99. Check 99.
Rodgers going to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Christian Jones coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12.
26. You got tight right there. Hey, check 24. Hey, Alpha. Watch safety creeping.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming.
Gain of 7 yards. It's now third and goal.
Blue 58. Towards the mic. Tighten up. 26. Pull it together. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. All right. Wide. Get wide. Check 9. Charlie. Don't let Charlie. 319.
To throw is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's fourth and goal. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Smith in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. Escape. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Rodgers looking to throw. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we'll get better as we go forward.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
You draw quarters. 52.
On 4th down, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Check, Mike 42. Hey, Mike. I'm scared. Greystone, travel.
On 1st down, Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, Haywood. Zoom.
Hey, we're going Mike 40, Mike 40.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Kill. Check.
We didn't get up.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, orbit. Check back 40. Check back 40. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Shift.
Kill.
Mike 40.
150. Hey, you block over here. Here, get down. 150.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And the pressure gets to him again.